It doesn't matter whether you're the Queen of England or a piss-stained tramp in a shop doorway. Everybody loves a good Jaffa cake. A true aristocrat in the world of confectionery, they are the ideal mix of orangey chocolate goodness. I still remember how sad I was the day when Carrefour in Morzine stopped selling the packs of Carrefour discount Jaffa cakes. But while they can bring you sadness in such a situation, perhaps in these uncertain times they can bring us together and bring us a little bit of joy. Therefore I've decided to make us a symbol of unity, a symbol of hope. Ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to make the giant Jaffa cake. So you start off by boiling about half a pint of water. You know, people always tell you that a watched pot never boils. Rubbish. I've been watching this one and just look at it. Lovely bubbly. Then we crumble in the jelly. Now, in France, jelly isn't something that is regularly found on the menu. Many years ago, I went to stay with a French friend of mine and his family in Gap, which was the first time I'd ever actually been to the Alps. And his mother's friends heard that there were going to be some English people around for dinner, and they'd actually been to London recently, and they bought some jelly and they brought it round just so they could watch the English people eat jelly. There really wasn't a lot to do in Gap in those days, I guess. Anyway, now we're going to mix all of that up. I probably should have saved the little anecdote till now because this isn't very exciting. But it's all starting to dissolve. So when that is fully dissolved, as it is now, we add a half pint of cold water to the mix. Orangey. We'll give that a little stir. I don't know why. Just seems like a thing people do. And then I'm going to use this as my mould for it. So I shall pour that in. And now we leave it to set. So next up we need to make the base for the bottom of the giant Jaffa cake. So I've got 200 grams of self-raising flour, 200 grams of sugar and 200 grams of butter. So I'm going to mix all that together and I'm going to add the eggs. I'm going to use my electric whisk because I'm lazy, and whoa, look at that power! It's nice to think that maybe one day after all this is over, people will look back and they'll see that this was the turning point when I made the giant Jaffa cake. Maybe one day they'll build a statue of me holding the giant Jaffa cake aloft, and it will remind people of everything I've done for. So next we add 4 eggs to the mix, and then we mix it all up again. I'm going to show you something a little bit special now though. Look at this. Oh, one-handed egg cracking. That's a sign of a great chef, isn't it? And then we put the cake mix into the cake tin. Lovely stuff. So while the cake is in the oven, I've probably got time to just do a little quick workout just to maintain my physique. So I'll get on with that while the cake's cooking. 9,998, 9,999, 10,000. Whew, that was quite a workout. Okay, I reckon the cake is pretty much done now, so let's just have a little look, shall we? That'll do, won't it? And so now we just have to wait a little bit for the cake to cool. You can't rush this stage, but after this it will all start to come together a little bit. Now things are going to start to get a little bit tricky. We've got the cake here, we've got the jelly here. Let's see if we can get the two of those together. I'm a little bit nervous. So fingers crossed for this stage now. Da, 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 da. It's been a bit of a mess, but I think we can fix it. That'll do, won't it? So now we're going to spread the chocolate on, which is the final stage. This is quite a delicate operation, it's something of an art, but luckily I'm quite the artist. So, it turns out that spreading chocolate on jelly is actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's not a total disaster, I guess.
Jaffa Cake.
So, there you have it. I tried, I failed, probably not going to try again. Lovely.